Hello my peoples. So I didn't really prepare an intro for this video because there's not much to say. There's not really a lot going on in my life, and the reason I drew this art was because I found a template, this one right here, in case you want to do this as well, and it took me about 6 hours. This drawing took me 6 hours, probably more. Anyways, here's the drawing. So obviously because I took a fat minute to make this, I'm going to be yapping a lot, and because they're on my OCs, I'm going to be yapping a lot about my baby. And up first is a familiar face, as you all know, my favorite OC, my baby Cupid! So Valentine's Day is next month, and I'm just going to reveal that the next video will be dedicated to Cupid because that's his birthday, so I need to do something for my baby. So little spoiler for that, but that's the only thing I'm going to talk about my next video about. That's the only mention of it. Anyways, a little lore dump on Cupid is that he's part of my Greek god series that I have not gotten into this channel about. I haven't really talked much about. One of these days, I keep saying this, one of these days I will get into all my OCs' lore, all their worlds and everything, but today is not that day. I'm just going to be talking about the individual characters, but he is part of my Greek god series. Cupid is very important to my Greek mythology series. I made him important because he's my favorite. I love him so much. He's always been my favorite in Greek mythology, so obviously I had to make him my baby. And the main character of the Greek mythology series, he's his dad. So, you know, I'm really proud of that one. I'm very proud about that one. And the reason he's my favorite OC is because I love the design I gave him. It's very appealing. I love the eyes. I love everything about it. So yeah, that is why he's my favorite OC. Who is texting? Anyways, Ike. Technically not my first OC, but you guys have seen him before. He is technically my latest OC because all my other OCs that were technically my first ones were like random doodles I made in 5th grade and random gotcha characters, and they're all dead. Like, canonically, they're dead. But anyways, you guys have seen Ike before, and as I said before, he's the king of space. He is an alien. This is one of his forms where it's like half human, half alien. He's like halfway transforming. Yeah, he's like in the middle of that. He does have a full alien form where he's fully red, but I wanted to draw him still with his human form, so yeah, I just did that. In case you're wondering, I made Ike, I'm pretty sure in December of 2020, which you guys might be like, oh my gosh, that's so recent. But again, my earlier OCs that are technically my first OCs, again, they're like dead. And I don't remember them at all, so yeah, I wasn't sure what to draw here, so I just did Ike because he, again, technically is my oldest and first OC. I will say he was the first OC to be in a continuous series that I still keep up with to this day. Like all the other series I made in my head from elementary school don't exist anymore. Speaking of which, the next OC is from the same universe / series that Ike is from. Now that I'm really thinking about it, Sage, which is the name of this OC, is technically not my latest OC, but he's the most latest important OC. Sage is a harder OC to explain. She's like a half animal, half human hybrid. In this universe that Ike's from, it's a bunch of different kingdoms, and one of them is an animal kingdom, which is the one that Sage is from. One thing that's very obvious about my series in my head and all these universes is that I don't like to question things too much. Like, a very important question that might be brought up is like, wouldn't this be hard to explain to the other kingdoms? Like, don't they eat meat? How would the animal kingdom people react? I don't freaking know. Don't ask me that. I just came up with the silly idea of using bunny ears as pigtails, and I went along with it. Leave me alone. Okay, next is an OC from my third and last separate universe, my heroes and villains universe. So the origin of this universe is, like I mentioned in my Joker video, I had a really huge DC Comics obsession in 2022, and, you know, this kind of came out of it. Anyways, this is Chroma. That's his super villain name, by the way. And he is my easiest OC to draw, and the reason because of that is it's really simple to draw his outfit out and also color it in. His hair's really simple. It's just bright blue. His eyes are really simple, they're just red, and his outfit's really simple because it's just black and yellow. One of the parts that I hate drawing most of, and I've complained about in the past, has always been line art. But whenever I draw Chroma, I've always had the easiest time drawing it because it's so simple. Another thing too is I love to show off how good I am at drawing bruises and blood because he is a super villain and he does fight superheroes all the time, so he's gonna be a little bloodied and bruised, and I am just good at drawing them, so I get to show it off. He also just in general has a very nice and appealing color palette. Now for the next one, which is hardest to draw OC, I actually had equally as much fun as drawing this OC as the easiest to draw one. For hardest to draw OC, it was obvious who I was gonna do. It was gonna be one of my ghost OCs because half of their body, like, to the waist down is see-through. If you don't know, it's actually really hard to draw. So I did add a little bit of a hand here in this part of the drawing just so you can see more of the see-through. And obviously I had to do my little ghost baby Junie because you guys have seen him before and I love him. But it was between him and the ghost queen, Heiwa. and I love her so much. I based her off of Tomi, and I need to draw her one of these days. I will. I promise I will.
In case you didn't know, I freaking love Tomi. That stuff is fire. Go watch it, read it, anything.
Anyway, like I said before, when I designed my ghost characters, I knew I wanted them to be see-through and have ghost forms, but I was like, wouldn't it be so cool if the top half of their bodies was like solid and the bottom half was see-through? That's such a cool idea! It's not fun to draw though! When you do see-through things in drawing in general, it's really hard because the stuff under it has to be seen. This is another time where I really hope people don't start questioning me, because they might ask questions like, wouldn't they have bones under the see-through? If they bleed, wouldn't they have blood? Don't ask me that! Anyways, I really do love drawing Junie. He's one of my prettiest OCs. I really love coloring his skin, and his color palette is so beautiful. I love the pink on him. It looks really good. Don't even get me started on the hair. I was so proud of the hair. I love him so much.
I just realized that most of these characters' main color is pink.
Anyway, you might have noticed for the last one, instead of doing artist, I decided to do persona, because I'm not gonna have an OC art challenge without drawing my baby buddy. And personally, I don't think artist and persona are the same thing. The persona is what you present yourself as, and the artist is your actual self, and I did not want to draw myself, guys. Buddy has become so important to me and this channel. He represents me, and he's become kind of iconic. Like, Buddy would not be Buddy without his cheek hairs, or his mane hair, or his purple eyes, or the blood that's always spewing out of his mouth. Yes, blood is very important to Buddy's character. He is a cannibal after all, okay? And I really like how his signature looks like he dipped his finger into someone's blood and then wrote his name and a heart next to it. Anyways, all this was just to say that I think I chose the best character to represent myself and this YouTube channel. Alright, my peoples, this is the finished piece. Thank you so much for watching this entire video and supporting me, of course. I love you all so much. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Bye-bye!